is going on, everybody? Welcome to another Brand to Table podcast. I'm your host, Henry Kaminski Jr., your go-to guy for restaurant marketing and branding. And today we have a great conversation. So let me ask you something. In your town, when someone says, where should we go to eat tonight? Whose name comes up first? And I really want you to sit with that for a second, because if it's not yours, there's a reason. Every town has that one spot. You know it. It's the place people don't debate about. Date night, it's that spot. Anniversary, it's this spot. Business dinner, you gotta go there. Friends visiting from out of town, we absolutely have to hit that spot. I've sat at tables with owners who make incredible food, technically better than the go-to places in their town. But when I ask them, who owns the default position in their market, they say another restaurant's name. And you can feel it. There's frustration because they know they're really good. They just don't understand why they're not the first choice. And here's the uncomfortable truth. It's not about being better. It's really not. It's about being clearer. I remember sitting with one restaurant owner not too long ago. Beautiful build out. Great chef, strong service, but every month their marketing looked different. One week, upscale wine dinner. Next week, 2-for-1 burger night. The next week, an influencer brunch. Then a discount blast because sales dipped. And I asked him a simple question. If I saw your marketing with the logo removed, right, would I know it's you? And he didn't really answer the question right away, and that silence told me everything. This is the mistake most restaurants make. They try to be everything. You want families, you want corporate, you want nightlife, you want brunch, you want high ticket, you want the high volume. So your marketing starts to look like a negotiation. And when guests feel negotiation, they don't feel confidence. What they really feel is uncertainty. And uncertain brands don't become default brands. They become options. And options get compared. Defaults get chosen. Here's what I see with restaurants that actually win. They're steady. They're clear. They're almost boring in their consistency. Their standards are the same. The expectations are the same. You know exactly what you're walking into before you even open the door. And that predictability creates emotional safety. And that's what your guests are looking for. And emotional safety creates loyalty. Meanwhile, most owners are chasing activity. We need to post more. We need another big idea. We need something new. But the go-to brands, they don't chase new. They protect their identity. They filter every decision through one question. Does this reinforce who we are? Not, will this help this weekend? That's the shift. Here's the framework I'm going to give you guys today that I use when I'm working with restaurants on this particular issue. And it's three things. It's position, it's proof, and it's pattern. So first, let's talk about position. Who are you really for? And don't say everyone, because you're not. Who are you built for? And what do you want to be known for when someone says your restaurant's name? If that answer is long or too vague, that's where we need to put in the work. The second thing I want you to think about is proof. Does your experience match your positioning? I've seen restaurants call themselves upscale, but their marketing screams discount and looks super low budget. Again, you're confusing your audience. I've seen restaurants say they're community driven, but their tone feels extremely corporate. Again, super disconnect there. Guests feel that mismatch right away, implicitly actually. And that's where they start to go towards what's more comfortable. You can't say one thing and behave another way. So you really got to own that. The third thing is pattern. This is the emotional part most operators ignore. You guys know consistency builds trust, the same tone, the same energy, the same quality. Not this reactivity. It's not emotional. It's not panic driven. Patterns build preference. And when you operate this way, something powerful really starts to happen. So you stop asking yourself, what should we post? You start asking, does this strengthen our position as a restaurant? That question alone is going to change how you market. Now, let's make this super practical. Here's what I want you to do. Write down in one sentence what you want your restaurant to be known for. Not a paragraph, one simple sentence. And then ask 3 of your most loyal guests why they choose your restaurant over the ones down the street. And you might be surprised at what they say. Remove one promotion that confuses your identity. And look at your last 10 posts. Do they feel like the same restaurant, or does it feel like 3 or 4 different restaurants? And then sit with your team and define what makes you guys different. Because brand is not graphics and flashy videos. It's behavior, it's repetition, it's clarity. So here's the bottom line, guys. Every market has a go-to restaurant. And if you're not intentionally building toward that position, somebody else is. And I've seen owners wake up 5 years in and realize, oh, wow, we built a really busy restaurant, but not a brand. And those are not the same thing. This isn't about posting more. You heard me talk about this in other episodes. It's about deciding who you are as a restaurant and protecting that position. That's what I help restaurants do. No hype, no trends, just getting more clear on their positioning and their messaging. Once you reset this, guys, you start to see the changes in the way guests interact with you on social media, interact with you in-house, and it starts to create that clarity that those guests are looking for. So what's confusing your audience? Because doing nothing isn't helping the situation. And that's how you stay in the middle. And nothing happens in the middle. The middle's crowded. The middle's noisy. We don't want to be in the middle. So if you're ready to become that place that people default to, let's have a conversation, because I think I can help you separate yourself and really start to position yourself in the market as the go-to restaurant in your town. Let's start to build more intentionally instead of trying to just throw things against the wall. You've heard that term over and over and over again. When you start to make more informed decisions about your marketing, you start to see better results. Better results leads to more revenue. More revenue leads to more profit. More profit means the sky's the limit, guys. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to share this with a fellow in the industry if you think this episode could help them. And again, I'm here for you guys. Have an amazing day, and I'll catch you on the next episode real soon.